our next story, we lift the curtain for a peek at a revolutionary who's not straight out of central casting, and a view of her country, Nicaragua, that few Americans ever see.
Radio Tiempo, Managua, Nicaragua.
If you've seen anything of Nicaragua, it's probably this: militia training in the searing heat of a Managua afternoon. But behind the revolutionary fervor, there's another world you rarely see. It is a country of contradictions, from the American hamburger hangout to the very character of those hard-bitten fighters in their green fatigues. Take Sophia Montenegro, 31-year-old hardcore revolutionary. She's the product of a West Palm Beach education and a middle-class family ripped apart by the revolution. For 3 generations, her family served in former dictator Somoza's National Guard. Her brother was a notorious colonel. Sophia sided with the Sandinistas. She has given her life to the revolution, as committed to the Sandinista cause as they come. She's a full-time political analyst for them and a part-time militia squad leader. If you were to take the stereotype, point by point, of a stiff revolution full of fanatic Cuban-style socialists who always wear green, always march around and say militant things, what is the reality of Nicaragua as you see it?
I would say that the reality of Nicaragua is a young nation trying to be herself, you see. For that, it needs a lot of sacrifice, discipline, and marching. We have learned that these conditions, the war, the confronting with the United States, will go on, but that should not stop life. That should not stop us from dancing, from living, from getting married, having kids. We have to do the revolution, but at the same time, we have to do the rest.
The rest is serious business for Nicaraguans, particularly when it comes to a traditional dance contest at the state-owned disco. Nicaraguans call this the maypole dance. Given the image in the United States, you would expect to have everybody kind of armed and running around and talking about either shortages or war.
Yeah.
Instead, we find kids dancing Palo de Mayo on a Saturday night.
Well, I dance it myself.
You know how to do that?
Of course, everybody knows.
Then there are the bullfights, where drunken matadors take their chances in front of an equally drunken crowd.
I think our bullfights are tacky, you know. But
tacky?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because they are not one thing nor the other, you know, but a mixture of them. And sometimes it takes a sort of Spanish pomposity, you see, and grandiosity with, I would say, the commonness of a rodeo, of a cowboy wrestling with cows. But we love it.
Presentamos el espacio Variedades Dominicales. Hoy tenemos de invitada a Tina Turner.
If Sandinista TV should be non-stop revolutionary diatribe, well, it isn't.
I introduce myself.
As an American, I might expect to find all kinds of speeches, political speeches, even a little Fidel Castro.
I have this urge first to take a line.
We turn on the TV and we get Tina Turner. What is happening here?
Of course, I really do mean to kill her.
Well, nothing. I think if you ask any kid in the street, they would tell you that their favorite American singer is this, what's his name?
Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson, yeah. So we have nothing against him. And besides, I think even the comandantes like his music.
Almost as much as they like baseball, the Nicaraguan national obsession. Sandinista leaders have been known to put the whole government on hold, pending the outcome of the bottom of the ninth. What's with the baseball here?
That's a gift, if we could say, of the 4 American interventions in Nicaragua. They were saying, not lately, that in the States again, that we were playing baseball because that was a proof of the Cuban influence in Nicaragua. So you never know what to believe anymore, even us.
It was brought here by American, right?
Right.
If American Marines have been replaced by Cuban advisors, most Nicaraguans don't seem to notice. The Cubans, with their ghetto blasters and Havana Club, blend right in.
Being a revolutionary is not in a contradiction with the taste of the youth or having a good time. We could debate, while it's possible, how to have fun, just like everybody else. And we cannot leave things for tomorrow, because tomorrow the States may come in.
The threat of an American invasion is taken very seriously by Nicaraguans. It could come tomorrow, or maybe next week. Meanwhile, some Americans have already landed, special forces of a different sort. This is a church group from Nebraska and South Dakota. ¿Cómo se llama?
Carla Patricia.
Oh, Carla Patrice. Bonita.
Are you a good girl? Bueno? Bueno, muchacha?
This country's loaded with Americans who have their own mission about things.
Yeah, that's what we call the other invasion. That's the one who's...
The what invasion?
The other invasion.
Oh, of Americans.
Yeah, it's the invasion on what it speaks about. Yes, we have a lot of Americans living here and working here, even as advisors.
Spinach. Espinaca. Beans. Beans. Inglés. Beans.
Bang, bang.
You have 2 sisters who live in the States?
Yeah,
What do they do?
they are housewives.
Her sisters reject the revolution, like thousands of Nicaraguan exiles who fled to Florida.
Well, they're always afraid that one of these days when I will get shot or I will die, and so forth. Since we have the experience of, I have a brother that's dead, was killed in the war. So they think the same thing will happen to me sooner or later.
Compañía, porten armas.
Does your family in the States approve of what you're doing?
I don't think they approve. I think they respect me. Well, that's Sophia's choice, you see. But they still, I think they think I'm not.
Are you?
Yeah, a little bit. You have to be a little bit crazy to get involved in all this.